All right, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a pool installation campaign inside Google Ads. I'm very familiar with pool installation campaigns since we use them quite a bit at our company. They work very well, and I really enjoy doing them, so I'm making a video on it. First thing off, we want to start off with a blank slate. We're going to go to Start and create a new campaign. We hit New. We're going to go down to Unique Settings, so create a campaign without a goal. This is important because we only want to be doing search for this campaign. We do sometimes have, well, we've tried display, we've done remarketing. We just find search is the best. It's the easiest, it produces the best results. If you need a more comprehensive campaign because you have more ad dollars to spend, absolutely there's other ways to spend it. But for now, this is just a basic pool installation campaign that will get you results. I'd recommend just going with search. Uh, Conversion goals, we'll change this later to phone calls and email inquiries. All right, so we're going to hit phone calls. I found a company online called Title Pools. I'm just going to make an example campaign for them. Uh, we'll type in their phone number. They're from Canada, by the way, so that's important to note. We're going to name the search campaign. We'll just do pool installation. Some pool companies do repair. They'll do liner replacement, other types of services. If I were going to do that, I would generally start a new campaign for it because it's pretty different than pool installation, and the actual extensions you're using with this campaign may differ. And you want to be as micro targeting as possible so your customer has the best experience when searching for you online. Then we're going to go to the next. A good daily budget, you're looking at about, it depends on where you are. We recommend anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 bucks a month. So let's do 45 bucks a day. That gives us a little over 1,000 bucks a month. If we're running Monday to Friday, we're going to go to, we'll do clicks. We'll do maximum CPC. I'm thinking we'll do $7. Let's do, yeah, 750s, 759. Let's just do that. I'm just used to being able to. Well, I've done this quite a few times, so I kind of know what the cost per click is in our area. I do have a video on Keyword Planner to figure out what your maximum cost per click is. If you're interested, go look at that to determine your maximum cost per click. But right off the bat, I would recommend doing max CPC. You want as much data in the account as possible. And then in month 2, 3, once you have enough conversions, generally 20 to 50 conversions, then I would say switch it over to an automated bidding strategy. That way Google has the data and it can run with that and optimize more thoroughly. Ad rotation, optimize for best performing. You can change this to do not optimize. Early on, ad rotation was a big issue, and essentially Google would just find an ad that it liked and then just go with it and not test any other ads. It's gotten a lot better, so you don't have to change it to do not optimize and rotate ads indefinitely. We'll just leave it as optimized. It's not super big of a deal, especially since we're automatically going in and we're going to be changing the ad copy anyway at a later date. Search network, display network. We're turning these both off because they're terrible generally. It's always good to test with it, so you don't have to turn it off. Always look at what the data says. If you are getting good leads from it, leave it on. Generally, we don't see great results for it, so we turn it off. We're going to go with. Okay, well, this is important because we'll just do Hamilton, Ontario, that's sitting near us, Toronto, Ontario. We'll do those two cities. Presence. So we're only doing people searching for your targeted located. Oh, sorry, presence. Presence is the important part. We only want to target people in these locations. We don't want to be targeting people who are searching for these locations. Can this be super useful in other campaigns? Absolutely. Generally, like rental cars and stuff, where people are coming from out of state and they're searching for your product. But for pool installation, we want these people to be in that area. That way our business can go and service them at a certain date. Presence or interest. We're going to exclude both presence or interest. So this is just another thing Google tries to get you on. Generally, you want to do the opposite of whatever Google recommends because they want you to spend as much money as possible. Right now for languages, we're only going to select English because our target audience only speaks English, and I don't know how to write in French, so we're only doing that. Audience segments, you can pick this. I'd put it in observation mode. I might select, okay, let's see, pools, anything. Yeah, pools and spas. So I would just leave this in observation mode. Don't target it yet. See what the results are. Google will tell you if this is a good audience to target or not, and then go from there. It's just a nice way for Google to find people that are in that it deems are in the pool and spas in market audience, and then you can, if say it shows really good results, you can then just target that audience. However, don't do that right now because you don't have enough data to verify that. Dynamic search ads we're leaving off because we're going to be running this to a landing page. Start and end dates. You can add one if you want. It's nice, especially if you're new to a campaign and don't know how to run it. Um, that way, even if you get locked out of the account will eventually uh, cut itself off. I'm just going to leave it blank because I know how to get back into here. But if you don't, I would suggest setting an end date, especially if you're on a limited budget. Ad schedule, we're going to run Mondays to Fridays. We'll do, let's say, 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night. Make sure you can answer these calls. This is the most important thing when it comes to ad schedule. Can you answer these calls or email inquiries? And are they going to be a valuable resource to you once, or are you going to be a valuable resource to that person when you answer or respond? Like if you know you can't respond to said person at midnight, don't run the ads at midnight. Only run them to whenever you can respond very quickly and effectively. So that's my suggestion for ad schedule. Also, Mondays to Fridays I find are the best days to run because people are in a hurry on those days as opposed to the weekend where they have a lot of time to look for quotes and lowest prices. So we find the best results with Mondays to Fridays. Campaign URL. This is just tracking. Really doesn't matter for this campaign. If we were doing e-commerce or something like that, then this would be applicable. But for this campaign, it's not. So we're just going to skip it. Keywords. We'll do pool installation right off the bat. I'm sorry. Pool installation. Keywords. Some pool beaters and me. So we're just going to find all the pool installation related ones, and then we'll come back and we'll add a few more. Swimming pool installation, cool. Any of these things that relate to cost or discount, 50% off, lowest things near me, you don't want that. These are people looking for the lowest quote. That's not our target audience. We want people who are willing to pay for a good service for a fair price. We don't want people who are looking for the absolute lowest quote. So that's good. Anything with installation in the title. We really want to theme these groups tightly. Pool installation costs. We'll put pool installation builders. There's a whole bunch of above ground pool installation. Right in this campaign, we're only going to be targeting in ground. So put in ground pool installation, fiberglass in ground pool prices. No, fiberglass pools will have its own. Swimming pool installation costs. No, no, no. All right, so we'll just leave it at that for now. Actually, pool installation companies, pool installation companies near me. And we're going to put all this in phrase match. I would recommend putting most of your words in phrase match right off the bat, maybe for the first week, and then severely cutting it out and changing it to exact match. Don't get rid of all the phrase match, but get rid of most of it. That way you can really figure out which keywords are winning. And also you have enough data to determine which keywords you should be targeting and which ones are winners and which ones are losers. Because if you only do exact match right off the bat, chances are, and if you don't do an extensive list, you're going to have issues finding relevant search terms that you can apply later. For this, I would be sending this to a normal landing page. For sake of convenience, we're just going to put it in, get a quote here, title pools, get an instant quote. Or no, we'll put pool installation here. Anything that you can relate back to the keyword is very, very good when it comes to URLs. They don't matter a massive or a crazy amount, I should say. But it is nice that everything is message matched, so it all says essentially the same thing. So see title pools, pool installation, you're targeting the pool installation keyword, your ad copy is going to be about pool installation, you're going to send it to a page about pool installation. It's all themed and it's all good. your customer knows what it's about. So let's put in, yeah, let's put in the actual name of the company. I always put it in as a headline. It's just nice to have there. Sometimes it has good results, sometimes it doesn't. Um, the next thing I always recommend is generally putting the keyword in there, pool installation. I'm going to go ahead, fill all these in, and then I'll come back. So you can, it saves you some time. All right, so I am back and I've filled out all of the headlines. For starters, I would say I'd break it down into three things. One is the actual name of the company that I always like to put in there, just for a branding sort of association. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Then the next thing is the actual problem you solve. So in-ground pool installation, that's what we're doing. This is the keyword we're targeting. And then the third thing is the call to action. So if you have those three things, chances are your ad's going to do pretty well. We do in-ground pool installation. We have looking for a backyard pool. These are the problems you solve. And then the call to action would be build your dream pool today, get a free estimate today, um, get a free quote. All these things that say like, okay, schedule a free assessment. All these things are ways for these people to contact you and they know what they're going to have to do once they get to your actual landing page. So this is very good in terms of how you should structure your ad. Make sure to fill out all of the headlines. Make sure the ad strength is either good or excellent. That's a very good way to indicate whether or not your ad is going to be relevant to the keyword. Google does a pretty good job at that, and I would take the recommendation pretty seriously when it comes to this stuff. The description below here, I only filled out 2 out of 4. Please fill out 4 out of 4. Make sure this dives even deeper. So it's like, okay, professional in-ground experience, talk about that you could build a pool in like 2 weeks. We guarantee results. 4-year installation or 2-year installation. We have like we're certified. We have dozens of happy customers. We have like hundreds of happy customers. It doesn't matter. Give them more reasons why they should click on you in the description. So that's a very good way to think about how you should do descriptions. You can also hit view ideas in the headlines and in the descriptions for more ideas on what you should be typing in. That's just a good way to help with your ad score and if you need more ideas. Okay, now we're just going to leave this. We're going to hit next. This is essentially where site links come in. So I'm going to go ahead, fill this in, and then come back. All right, I am back. I have gone through and filled out all the site links, all of the callout extensions, the call extensions, everything else. And essentially, I'll go through what a site link extension is, and it's best to show you a picture. This is what a site link extension is. These things that pop under your actual ad. Here's a better example. These little links. These are a site link extension, and it's just allowing the customer to go somewhere else on your website that would prefer to go. And you need to write a description or a text that indicates where you're going to go, and then also a description line below that. It's pretty simple to understand. It's just like a mini ad under your ad. So we have one for pool services. We have one for frequently asked questions, FAQ. We have one for the gallery. We have one for contact us. Most of the time, because the site is very limited, the title pool site, I would like to put things that would make the customer more likely to click on it. So I would have a page dedicated to guarantees, professional installation, so you could go over your credentials, pool services as well, how you install different types of pools. So you could have one for fiberglass pools, vinyl pools, in ground, above ground, whatever you offer in your site links. But we're just going to stick with something pretty basic on all of these and see how every URL is different. This one's for gallery, it points to the gallery site. This one's for get a quote, it's um, contact us text. The next thing here is callout extensions. So these are another little bit that add on to the initial ad. As you can see here, it's little things that essentially pop up in the right below the description that also give you a good idea of why you should click on it on that particular ad. Um, they're pretty useful if you have things that are noteworthy. So if you offer a guarantee, that's awesome. You should show that. If you offer award-winning, or if you have award-winning pools, if you have certified installers, if you have 24/7 customer experience, this is where to put it so it stands out. It's very nice to add. For all of these, add as many as you absolutely can. The more the better. That way, Google can A/B test this and then find the actual winners. Another very important one is call extensions. Please make sure to fill this in. Some people just prefer to call you right away. They don't even want to go to the ad, and it's a fantastic resource. Another one you could add is the structured snippet extension. Right here, I don't really know enough about the business to do it, but if you offered certain brands of pools or models or whatever it is you offer, you could go in here and then actually add all of the brands in, and this would also pop up with your ad as well, just showing that you do offer a wide range of pools or different brands or whatever you wanted to offer, which is also a good thing. Another thing you could consider is price extensions. So if you have a certain price point for each pool and it's very set in stone, you don't do much negotiating, you could add it there, depending on if you want to show your price or not. And then the promotions extension too. I don't really like targeting people and saying yeah, 50% discount or whatever it is. I like people coming to us or our customers and wanting to buy. They understand that it's going to be a high cost point, but they're going to get results. So I don't love doing promotions, but if you do want to do a promotion, say you do want to sell it, you can put it in the promotions extension, add it there. Um, that's it for essentially the extensions. We're going to go on and all right, there was a mistake here. I put 5 a.m., not 5 p.m. Make sure you do that. So that would be 1700 hours. That's 5 o'clock. Make sure to change that. Uh, my apologies. Uh, that was our mistake here. And now it's saying that you could get up to 3 more clicks per day if you add in the actual certain extensions, which I was saying earlier, like, yeah, absolutely. If you added a whole bunch of other structured snippet extensions, you definitely could potentially get more clicks. But for this campaign, we're just going to leave it. We're going to go ahead. And also, this is a nice little daily estimate for our first ad group. 7 clicks a day, average cost, average CPC. I was right around there. I put it in for $7.50. Chances are it's going to be a little higher for your maximum cost per click, but 440 is a pretty good guess on that. We'll go ahead, publish our campaign. All right, now we're inside the campaign. What I'm going to do first off, I'm going to pause it just because we have no data whatsoever and we haven't built out our ad groups. And we're going to go ahead and just fill out some of this stuff with potential or with actual uh, good ad groups and what you should be doing. So first thing is I like to rename everything. So your ad groups, pool installation, so we know exactly what it is. And it's nice, it's organized, and we can easily optimize it down the road. Because if you don't organize this stuff, you're going to have no idea what you're doing, especially in month 2 and 3, and it's going to be horrendous and it's not going to be fun and you're going to waste a lot of time. All right, the next thing we got to do is create a few more ad groups. Like I just said, we're going to hit create new ad group. We're going to name this ad group fiberglass. Generally, I stay away from specific pool names because people who type in fiberglass pools generally are either contractors or people looking for very specific things, and they already know what they want. They don't really want an installer. They either want to install it themselves or they're looking to build it themselves, or they're looking to hire a specific contractor. We have found just terrible conversion rates with specific fiberglass, vinyl, Ingram, or I shouldn't say Ingram. Ingram, we do have good results, but fiberglass, vinyl, specific names and types, or even the dimensions themselves. So it's like 10 by 14 or whatever type pool you want. Um, those generally we stay away from. But for the sake of this example, I'm going to type this in. Maybe your area does better with these keywords. You never know. I always recommend test everything and look at the results and then judge it from there. So we're going to go with fiberglass pools. I'm going to copy this, paste it in here. Fiberglass pools, give keywords. All right. So now we have a list of actual examples of keywords we could be targeting. Fiberglass pool installation, that's great. Pool cost, we're getting rid of. Small fiberglass pools, I don't really like small, cheapest, anything like that that shows they're trying to already on a budget. I get rid of them. You got to think of buying intent and what is the highest buying intent. Fiberglass in-ground pool, we'll leave that. Fiberglass swimming pools for sale. I don't like the for sale part because it looks like they're going to buy it from somewhere else or they're actually trying to buy the actual pool itself. Possibly a contractor is going to be looking for that. So we're going to go for just fiberglass swimming pool. Pool pricing we're getting rid of. Contractors good. Fiberglass swimming pool. That's the same thing. Prefabricated no. Uh, prices no. Plunge pool no because that's a type of pool. Get rid of it. Prices no. Swim spa. See, this is coming down to essentially your own account and what you're going to be optimizing for. So maybe if fiberglass swim spa is one of the things you do. In this example, we're not going to be doing it because we're just doing fiberglass in-ground pools. We're going to be talking about that. So we're getting rid of the swim spa. The Viking pools, maybe you do sell it and maybe you might see results. I haven't seen good results with specific name brands of pools. Generally, people who are searching for a swimming pool and they just want one for their backyard don't know the name of the actual brand of pool. Viking is a type of pool. So they probably wouldn't know that. They're just saying, "Hey, I want a fiberglass swimming pool, or I want a pool in the backyard." Maybe they don't even know what type, and they need your help to figure out which one is best for them. Chances are you don't really want to be. Chances are it's not a great keyword, but always try it, especially if that's something you sell. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but always test it. So I'd get rid of that for this. Prices again, no. Pool costs, no. Custom fiberglass pools, yeah, we can leave that in there. Fiberglass plunge, no. Fiberglass pools near me. Here's an interesting example of pools near me. You might actually pop up for swimming pools, like public pools near you. So I tend to stay away. But if someone is typing in fiberglass pools near me, chances are they're either looking for a pool or they're looking to buy just the actual shell of it. They're not looking for it. So I'd get rid of that. Small fiberglass in-ground pool, no. Discount, like I said, I'd get rid of it. Refinishing, maybe that's a service you offer, but we're not offering this one. Make sure to change all of your keywords to phrase or exact match, depending on how quickly you want to expand this account. If you want to do it quickly, I recommend phrase. If not, do exact match and continue out the list further. Make sure you have a decent amount of them before running this campaign. That's my suggestion. So now all this is in phrase match with the quotations around it. If you want exact match, use brackets. If you want broad match, leave it blank. Don't put anything around it. Cool. All right, now we're in the ad group again, so we got to generate more ads. So we're going to go with fiberglass pool. We'll put pool. Ooh, maybe we won't be able to pool. All right, we'll just leave it a fiberglass pool installation. That's fine. We'll send this to titlepools.com or .ca. Generally, we would want a landing page for this, but just for sake and convenience and to show, give Title Pools a little plug here. Check them out if you have pools. Hopefully they're good. So one of the nice things about this, if you use the same ad group, it will give you the same ad you previously did, and a lot of the ads don't need much change to it. So a lot of the things like 2-year warranty, award-winning, this can stay. You just need to change the basic things. By the way, I forgot to explain this. GTA is Greater Toronto Area, so that's the area we're targeting. Another thing, if you're targeting Washington, D.C., put Washington pool installation. Putting the actual name of the location is also a very good thing. Forgot to add that. We're going to go in, we're going to type in fiberglass pool installation, just so everything is as tight as possible, and whatever the person searches in, it almost feels like the ad is perfectly designed for that person. Winning award, fiberglass pools, good. Local pool installation. Yeah, that's fine. Certified fiberglass pools. And you don't have to change much. It's just those little things like adding fiberglass to these things and making sure that everything stays connected and themed correctly. So that's not going to, professional pool installation, that's fine. Happy award-winning clients. Yeah, just try to add fiberglass or the little changes to each single ad in conjunction with the actual keywords we're targeting. So as you can see here, these are the keywords we're targeting: fiberglass pool installation, fiberglass pools. And as you can see here, our ad goes certified fiberglass pools, and it goes like, oh, okay, this is an ad for me. And Google is very good at A/B testing this. It'll come up with your winning ad very quickly, and chances are it's going to be the one that represents the fiberglass pool installation keyword the best. So we're going to go ahead. All these things, you could add more additional site links. We've added ours, so you should be fine. You can add them in, I believe it's the campaign settings overall, which I think, yeah, we did. It was, so you should be good. You shouldn't have to add those again. We're going to hit save and continue. Hi, Future Matt here. I forgot to mention for the actual extensions, if you set up a campaign for a first time, it does add the extensions to your campaign overall. In this instance, it didn't, so you actually have to come to the extension page and add it to your campaign settings. So you have to click on this and add all of them. That way you don't have to go into the actual individual ads like was shown previously and add each one to every single ad. Just thought I'd mention this because I forgot. Anyways, yeah, back to the video. So ad group number 2 is done. I would recommend continuing building this out. I would, for sake of time, I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long. I would go ahead, I would put vinyl pools as another example, and then pool installation. I would add another one just so you guys can get an example of what I mean by extending these keywords. So let's do a pool companies. Because if I say vinyl pool, you guys are like, okay, I get it. I'll just add vinyl to all these keywords. Oh, you don't got to change much. But when you're optimizing and you're going and picking new keywords, our first keyword or ad group was pool installation. This time we're gonna say pool companies near me is an excellent keyword. Um, Pool companies, and you want to target that. We're going to build out its own ad group, and I'm going to show you how to go in and actually expand keywords that you might find. So say keyword you want to target is pool companies. We're going to go in here, we'll type in pool companies, and of course, do your research, use the keyword planner, find more keywords than this. You want like a decent amount of keywords in here, not just 2 or 3. Sometimes you can have 2 or 3 and it's a good ad group, but most of the time you need a little bit. Pool companies near me. Actually, let's do pool builders. Pool builders is probably best. Pool builders, because that's more installation. Pool builders. Another one you could do would be swimming pool contractors and build out that ad group, or just pool contractors and build that out. So pool contractors, swimming pool builder. Okay, well, it's right below that. Perfect. I'm going to type that in. Uh, good, good. Swimming pool builders. Yeah, that's fine. Just took out the S there. Above ground pool companies. We're just doing in ground, so we're doing that. Pool cleaning. And this is a thing, you want to make sure you're targeting pool builders, not pool cleaning services. Or if you just target a very broad match, sometimes you just pop up for all these services you don't want to pop up for. So it's very important to understand the buying intent behind the keyword and using the correct type. Not broad match, use phrase or exact match, preferably exact match, but uh, sometimes you need more information, so we go with phrase match. Pool opening service, no, no. We're looking for literally any keyword with builder in it, and that relates to us. So best pool builders enumerated, that's good. Pool manufacturers, pool contractors. Let's do that. Pool builders near me. That's another one. And we're going to put this all in phrase match. Of course, like I said before, I would say extend this out, use exact match, but for sake of time, if you want to only build a small campaign or need data quickly, use phrase match, you'll get the quickest results that way. But they're not going to be perfect. If you use exact match, you're going to waste less money that way. Create the ads. We're going to change this to pool builders. I'll put near me. Title pool, in-ground pool building. We build award-winning pools. And sometimes you can just change it up. It's easy that way. GTA pool installation, good. Certified award-winning pools. Pool building, build your dream pool today. That's already there, so we're good. Get a free estimate. All this things stays the same. Pool installation, pool building companies. Pool builders near me. So as you can see, you don't got to change everything, but it's very, very good just to change the little things so your ad copy aligns up better with the keywords. I'd also go in here, change the description, so professional in-ground pool installation, pool building, change that around, and make sure it's as close to your keyword as possible. Again, fill out your Callout extensions and site link extensions if you haven't. If you set it up at a campaign level, you shouldn't have to do that. All right, the next thing would be to actually look at optimization. If I were just wanting phone call leads in this account, which most pool guys and pool installation guys, that's what they want. Just as many phone calls as they get, they don't really like um, email inquiries. So we're going to go in, we're going to find, where are we? We are down devices. We're going to get rid of, I would say, decrease computers by 15%, actually 10%. Generally, just shut that off. We're going to get rid of this by 100%, decrease by 100%. Tablets generally don't have good results. Um, Computers, if you really only want phone calls and your whoever you're doing this for, if you're doing it for yourself, you can do this to 100%. But sometimes computers actually have a decent return on investment when it comes to calls. Um, and maybe it takes up more, maybe it doesn't take up as much actual clicks. So, you know, it really depends on what you're looking to achieve. If you just want phone calls, I would recommend getting rid of computers as a whole and just targeting mobile phones. And then I would increase this by 10% and see where that gets you. If your cost per lead is too high, I would recommend turning that down maybe to 5%. But you always want to kind of bet a little bit more on mobile phones because that's where your traffic is coming from, and that's where the cream of the crop leads comes from. Another thing to consider is the locations you're targeting. So, for example, we're just doing Hamilton and Toronto here. I would go through and make sure we're targeting all the correct places. And then you can make bid adjustments based on the actual city. So say Hamilton is a great city to be targeting pools, and you could up it by 5% or 10% and then see what happens there. And then actually go in and actually list out all the cities you want to target. If you know certain areas aren't great, you could decrease the bid adjustment so you're not going to pay as much per click there, and that might make the area more profitable. But it really depends on your current whereabouts and your current campaign settings and the data you're getting from it. All right, that's about it for setting up a pool installation account inside of a actual Google Ads account. This works wonders for us. I would expand this out to maybe 15 or 20 ad groups. Fiberglass pools, vinyl pools, pool builders, pool contractors, pool installation, all these words you can think of. Look through the keyword planner, build it out, make sure it's themed correctly. That way you can go in and optimize over time. One thing I didn't mention in this is how to properly set up the conversion tracking because we don't have access to the conversion tracking on this site. I have a complete video on it that I think is titled Conversion Tracking in our Tradesman Digital Marketing YouTube page. You can check that out. It'll help you set up a conversion. You go in here, you type in, or you don't even type in, you just hit goals, and then you use a campaign specific goal, click that, and then you would click on your actual goal. And then that would optimize the account later on for phone calls or whatever you're targeting inside your account. Like I said, I really enjoy doing these videos on tutorials for pool installation. I really like the pool installation niche. It really vibes well with me. Um, that being said, these ads will take 1 to 2 days to get approved. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's a little bit more. And depending on how much your budget is and what you're willing to spend, you'll see results coming quicker or a little later, just depending on how much you're willing to spend. So that's another thing to note. Other than that, this account is set up and ready to rock and roll, as they say. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the description below. I'd love to hear from you. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up or whatever you want to do. I don't really care. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. Take care, and the weekend's approaching, so have a good weekend.